law of attraction isn't as complicated, complex or mystical as many think. You just have to understand vibration, energy and frequency. It's the lack of understanding regarding what makes the law of attraction work as it does that causes many to give up and go back into their same old negative habitual patterns of thinking and doing things. I want to clarify and clear up any misconceptions and assist you in understanding and using the law of attraction along with the law of vibration or energy, at a conscious level. By the use of the laws at a conscious and consistent level you will enable and empower yourself to consciously create and experience more of the desired outcomes in your life. Success goes beyond being introduced to the law of attraction, visualizing, etc., as you wait for the dream life you've always wanted to magically show up in your life. The universal laws are very real and can be used consciously, intentionally and purposefully, oftentimes with miraculous results. My intention is to assist you in understanding and helping you in using your inherent gifts to begin utilizing the law of attraction in a way that enables you to begin receiving your desires. The law of attraction delivers what we're choosing. The problem is understanding of how we are unaware and unconscious of how this choosing is being done. The ancient sages, mystics and masters have taught about the law of attraction's power, although they referred to it as something else, like sowing and reaping. Scientists refer to it as cause and effect. There are many more labels used to define and/or describe it, but they still refer to the same thing. Albert Einstein states, "Everything is energy and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way." This is not philosophy. This is physics. Developing an understanding of how the law of attraction and the law of vibration consistently work in harmony could, as it has for millions of others, completely transform your life. Just like the law of attraction, the law of vibration and energy are not new secrets. Few people understand the fact that they are using the law of attraction, vibration and frequency already, every second of every minute of every day, whether they're aware of it or even believe in its existence. The law of attraction combined with the energy and frequency that you emit, project out into the world and determine your chosen way of being in the world. Your thoughts and actions determine how each and every event, condition and circumstance in your life will come to be. That includes every aspect of your life, whether physically, emotionally or spiritually. With that being a fact, I think you'll agree this is really important information. It's about time you started understanding this energy and frequency thing so you can begin consciously and consistently using it to your advantage. You can use it to begin experiencing more of the results that you desire in the physical, financial, relational, emotional and spiritual areas of your life. When you were small and trying to learn how to tie your shoes, that was complicated, complex and mind-bending. And now, what is the difference? Someone showed you how to do it, worked with you until you got the hang of it and the seemingly complex became quite simple. It's the same with energy, frequency and the law of attraction. It is complex until someone shows and explains it to us in a way that we can relate to. Understanding the law of attraction, energy and frequency is simple. And it's more important to understand and master than most anything else in your life. Energy and frequency combined with the law of attraction, determine what we attract and experience in every aspect of our lives. We can choose to use it consciously and without fail to determine what kind of results we experience in every aspect of life. Just to prove how simple it is, the equation that Albert Einstein came up with in 1924 to explain this energy frequency thing is E equals mc squared. The E in Einstein's equation simply stands for energy, and mc squared is a really big number that represents what makes up 99.99999% of everything in the universe. So, In simplified terms, it means that energy equals everything. This means that we are all made of the same stuff, and everything that exists in the entire universe, both human and non-human, seen and unseen, are made up of this same energy too. In simple words, everything in its purest and basic form is comprised of energy, and it constantly emits a frequency. Those who know and who consciously utilize the energy and frequency in a conscious and intentional way are the ones who consistently create and experience desired outcomes in life. Energy and frequency are governed by an immutable, unwavering set of laws known as universal laws or laws of nature, which make them not only immutable and unwavering but quite predictable. Another example of one of the universal laws or laws of nature is the law of gravity. Like the law of attraction and all the other universal laws, it's immutable and unwavering, meaning it's always in operation and never rests. It's the very same with the law of attraction as well as the other universal laws that work in harmony with it to keep the universe in balance. Once we have a basic understanding of how they all work, we can begin to utilize them individually and consciously to create whatever results that we desire for ourselves, and do so without fail. It's as simple as understanding that there is nothing that energy is not. Everything, literally, everything is energy. Everything physical and observable thing, and even those things that aren't. It's a bit easier to grasp the unseen things as being comprised of energy. Just because you can't observe them with the physical senses, think about electricity. It is not seen and no one knows how it works, but we use it every day. Even though all physical things appear to be solid and stable when looked at with a naked eye, they're nothing more than a vibrating mass of energy molecules, atoms and subatomic particles. In other words, nothing is really solid at all. Everything is a vibrating mass of energy packets collectively formed, giving them the appearance of being solid to the naked eye. If you take anything physical and place it under a powerful microscope, it's quite easy to see that it's not solid at all. What we perceive as being so real and solid is not. Try to grasp and understand that a higher truth exists. The fact is, what we see and perceive as being physical and solid things aren't really physical and solid things at all. There is consistent movement in what we observed and thought was solid. This movement or vibration is created because of the constant motion of the subatomic particles that make up atoms. People have a difficult time grasping the fact that things that they see and perceive as being real and solid is really nothing more than vibrating energy packets, or subatomic particles that collectively make up everything in the entire universe. Our individual quality of consciousness is determined by the beliefs and perceptions we hold. Energy is infused with consciousness, and like energy, this consciousness is everywhere and in everything. There's nothing that it's not. Your individual consciousness, determined by your individually chosen beliefs and perceptions, activates the law of attraction and draws to you a mirrored reflection of that choice or choices. Here's how simple and real frequency is. What do you think enables you to use a remote to control your TV? It's nothing more than a projected frequency that communicates with the TV. So how does that work? The remote control is encoded with a number that matches the number encoded in the TV. The frequencies harmonize, the TV mechanism is triggered, and it changes channels or sound. It's the same with you and life. Your thoughts, feelings and emotions, like everything else, are energy and project a frequency as well. Your thoughts and emotions create and project a frequency that is attracting equal frequencies back to you. These frequencies do always and, in all ways, harmonize and attract whatever it might be that you are thinking and feeling. It is a fact that the air around you is nothing more than an unseen field of energy, and within this unseen field exist an infinite number of frequencies of every conceivable, as well as non-conceivable intensity. In other words, there are high-frequency energies. low-frequency energies and every conceivable frequency in between. When you think a thought, depending on the kind and quality of the thought, it determines the frequency and vibrational output of that thought. Once a thought is projected and intensified with strong emotion attached, it is projected into the infinite field of energy, which in turn attracts and draws like energy frequencies to it. Which brings us into really important territory. Why we get what we want sometimes and get what we don't want at other times. First, every thought we think, every belief we hold, every emotion we experience stems from one of two ways of being. These chosen ways of being are determined by our beliefs, our thoughts, and the resulting emotions that are ignited as a result. All of those fall under the heading of either love or fear. Both fear and love emits a frequency. Although they are both nothing more or less than projected frequencies of energy, one emits a different frequency than the other. In other words, love's vibrational intensity is different than the vibrational intensity of fear. Let's call love a high-frequency vibration and fear a low-frequency vibration. Let's look at how most people think about and feel about money, which at varying degrees is, for the most part, fear-based. Although we're using money in this example, it's the same with anything and everything in your life. In your choice to focus on fear, doubt and worry regarding money, you create anxiety. This nonverbal and usually unconscious intention determines what you are asking for. Your chosen frequency and vibrational intensity at this frequency level is communicating and asking for whatever it might be that you are having fear, doubt and worry about. This low vibrational frequency of fear about money projects a frequency that can only align, harmonize and attract additional low vibrational frequencies that harmonize with it to create what? More of, the lack of money. It's all of these harmonious frequencies joining together, and it always works. It's you that is determining which frequency you send out based on your chosen beliefs. You can't expect to receive those things that you truly desire, whether money or otherwise, by projecting fear, doubt and worry any more than you can expect the TV to work if the codes in the remote and TV aren't set to the same frequency. Change or elevate your frequency regarding whatever it is that you desire, can and will draw that thing to you. Change your beliefs, meaning enhance and elevate those beliefs to align and harmonize with the thing desired. The one exception to the law of attraction rule is love. This is important to understand. There is one exception to the attraction rule. The one exception has to do with attracting what is feared. That exception is this. When love underlies the intention, meaning when your intention, attention and focus is aligned and harmonized with love, whether consciously or unconsciously. Regardless of how much fear may be present in any given circumstance, the vibrational intensity of love overpowers and eliminates the attraction of what is feared. It's as simple and complex as that. To get what you truly desire, it's only necessary to align and harmonize your beliefs, thoughts, feelings and emotions with what you do desire, and you'll be communicating or asking for that thing, whatever it might be. As you ask in love, you shall receive. Align and harmonize that nonverbal form of asking with what you truly desire, and the law of attraction as well as the other universal laws in their unfailing, unwavering and unerring nature will deliver them to you with unerring and unwavering certainty just as you're asking. It's a matter of keeping conscious focus on what you desire with love, instead of what you fear. Then the frequency you consistently project will enact the law of attraction in a conscious, intentional and desirable kind of way. This will enable and empower you to draw it to you just as you yourself choose. Now that you know how energy, frequency and the law of attraction works, go change your world. As I continue this series, I will continue to expand on the law of attraction and using other laws to enhance your receiving your desires.